Welcome to Brianna's world, your favorite internet girl. Brianna's world, Brianna's world, welcome to her world. Welcome to Brianna's world.
Hi YouTube, happy Sunday. I'm going to bring you guys along for a week in my life. We are starting off this week very productive. We're going to an 8 a.m. traditional yoga class. That's what I'm getting ready for. It has been about 2 months since I've been self-employed, and it's been really nice to figure out my schedule, what works. So I'm going to bring you guys along. Jack happens to be gone for the week, so it's going to be a little extra productive. A lot of little things I need to do. Really big grocery shop run, so I want to make sure that I'm productive today so that the rest of my week is productive. So let's go. I've already brushed my teeth. I don't really do skincare for the gym because when I did, I would break out a lot. So now I just use a facial spray. Today's going to be the Bubble Bounce Back. This is their balancing mist. And then this class is a heated yoga class, so I tend to put on some sort of headband so I'm not dripping everywhere. But yeah, let's go.
Hold your head back all the way to your butt. Make it touch. Bring straight your elbows. Straighten your elbows. You'll go back into it. Straighten your arms. Head to your right hand. Good. She tries to hide in that back corner. With a spine like that, Bree, you cannot hide in the knees. I told her she has to come up front. We're going to put your chin. Head to butt. 3, 2, 1. Left your head. Breathe, arms over your head and release your fingers and release your hands. I'm sorry, just breathe. And Sarah, everyone else hands on the knees down. Nice though. Look at your hands on the back wall. Walk yourself down. Thank you. Push hips forward, press feet down.
Alright, so it's been a few hours since my workout. I think I got back around like 9:30 or 10. I took a shower, worked for a few hours, fed myself, did some dishes, and now I'm in the bed. It's 2 o'clock, and I plan to have this be my final destination of the day. A Sunday hates to see me coming because I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not going to do anything. So I typically don't get to get as organized as I want on a Sunday because I'm so lazy. And if Jack were here, we'd be watching a movie or we'd already be like outside doing something. So I'm going to take advantage of this time. As of January of this year, I have been self-employed, which means there's a lot of little things that I have to do quite often. I'm trying to do my best to manage my socials, which is kind of hard to do as someone who's just starting off. So I like to sit down and kind of like strategically plan and brainstorm videos that I can do for the following week. And like for past brainstorming, it's also like brainstorming, giving myself a script. If I need any screenshots, providing those screenshots in advance, putting some sort of like brief together for myself so that when I actually do film, I'm not like, okay, wait, what should I talk about? It's all outlined for me. I found that's the only way that I could film within 30 minutes and get it done. So I have a few videos I want to film next week for Homebody Social. I have this YouTube video coming out, so I want to slowly start editing it. And then I plan to do a long form YouTube video about what it's been like being long distance for my family. It'll be 3 years at the end of March. So just a whole bunch of social media planning is basically what I need to do. And then relax. I've been watching Sister Wives. I'm on season 14 out of like maybe 20. And I just restarted it like a month and some change ago. So I'm heavily invested, love watching it. So yeah, I'm just gonna plan, watch some TV, and relax for the rest of the day.
Tuesday because it felt like yesterday was my Monday, but it is only Monday today. Woke up at 5 o'clock. We were at my Vinyasa class. I normally do not take this class on Mondays for various reasons, but this is a good class for me to get up early in the morning, come back with enough time to like get dressed, do my hair, do my makeup, so I can just be like a little bit more presentable for the day. So yeah, I'm gonna go home, take a shower, get ready for work, have a 9 o'clock meeting, then I'm gonna do some filming / clean my office, and then I have a 2 o'clock meeting, and then I should be relaxed. I think tomorrow we'll do grocery shopping, and we'll probably be outside a little bit more, but for today, I love to take Mondays and Fridays as slow as humanly possible to get myself used to the week, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we could be productive, but today will be my very productive day. There's also only one person here, and that's the freaking trainer. So I'm gonna stay in my car the longest that I possibly can to see if someone will show up.
Round spine, chin to chest. And just take it off. Lift it up. Send it along. Send it on. Knees. Move.
It's makeup time. I didn't really expect to chat, but I'm kind of in a chit chat mood. I have one of my weekly meetings in about 40 minutes. If I put on makeup, it means I'm most likely gonna be super productive. I don't expect to leave the house today, so I'm just hoping I can just film, get what I need done, and then take off my makeup by like 3 o'clock. Just use a little bit of the Halo Glow, which I'm still using. I'm trying to hit pan on it so I can buy a new one. One of the best, I would say it's the best drugstore bronzer is the Milani. As you can see, I'm hitting pan. I need to buy a new one soon. This one's in shade Spilling Tea, and I find that this one like matches my skin the best, but my forehead tends to like be a different shade, so it doesn't look as bronzy on my forehead, so I have a slightly darker shade that I use, but I like to use this color as like the base of everything. It's just like it never is patchy, it just like blends in so well, and I would feel like really confident using this like out and about really quickly because it just blends beautifully. And then this shade is Spicy Season. It's a lot darker, but I like to use this like in my temples, and it really just like bronzes everything. So I started a consulting social media boutique, if you want to call it, business at the beginning of the year called Homebody Social. I need to do a better deep dive on like my experience in the social media industry because I don't think a lot of people know, and I really wasn't doing it that much last year. But yeah, I started a business this year, and a lot of it came from a majority of my opportunities and jobs in this industry have been freelance, and there's such a benefit of working as a freelancer, being able to figure out your schedule, being able to work with multiple brands at once, being able to get like as much experience as you want. Of course, like we're not a full-time employee, but there are literally so many benefits to being a freelancer, a consultant, whatever you want to call it. And I was having a really difficult year in my career last year, and it wasn't so much of the career itself, it was the job that I had. Man, I'm like, I want to say so much, but I really don't want to give it that much of my energy. But long story short, I didn't like being micromanaged, and I didn't like working for a company that was basically up my ass. So I started getting introduced to this idea of like, okay, I have already worked freelance. Why don't I just kind of make this into a business? I can get clients, kind of build up my portfolio of clients, portfolio of work. I get to work for myself. I get to figure out my schedule. I have this thing where
I get bored very easily at jobs specifically. And so I think the longest job that I've held was being the community manager at Versed, but I was also doing other jobs while doing that. So 3 years is kind of like the longest that I've stayed, and that's because I love Versed so much. I still use them to this day. I was meant to be a freelancer. I was meant to work with different companies. Like, I could work for someone for 6 months and be like, you know what? I like to work for a new company, and if I find a new role, I find a new role and I move on from that. I think the clients that I have now, I love deeply, and I feel really comfortable here, and I don't want to leave any of them. I just want to add to what I'm already doing. But yeah, Homebody Social launched in the beginning of the year. I do so many services, such as social media management, influencer management, community management, customer service, copywriting, and UGC. Kind of more so doing a lot of customer service, influencer management, community management, and a little bit of UGC. And I think it's like the perfect mix for me. It's kind of nice being able to, like, in my day, do many different things for many different companies. I find it to be really fulfilling. And yeah, I'm just excited to see where it all leads. And like, I keep telling myself, like, if shit hits the fan and I lose all my clients, like, I just go back to a full-time job and like the world would keep spinning. So this like leap to becoming a full-time consultant, this leap to starting a business hasn't been as scary, because it's not like I put all my money on the line or anything crazy. It's just I'm offering my services in a different kind of way and being a lot more intentional about clients. But this year itself has already been such a good year, and it all started from me deciding to work for myself. And I don't know if anyone out there has any inklings to do anything similar, but it can feel extremely daunting to do such a jump of like, all right, I'm gonna leave my full-time role and do something that's quote unquote like a little bit risky. Someone told me something at the end of 2025 that honestly helped me build up my courage to becoming a consultant. And she had said that it's an illusion to feel secure in a full-time job. And at first I'm like, okay, like it could be a little bit of illusion, but like full-time jobs seem to be a lot more secure. But as we're seeing in 2025, 2026, companies are dropping employers like flies. There's been so many layoffs, especially for really large companies, Nike, Pinterest, Amazon. And so it kind of just sucks that a lot of us dedicate and pour our souls into jobs that one day could just drop us like flies. And I think for freelancing, what adds a little bit of security is that if someone wanted to end a contract with me, they would have to give me 30 days notice. 30 days is a long time to find a new job or figure out what you're gonna do with your life, versus you get on a call and they're like, all right, today's gonna be your last day. So there's pros and cons to both sides. I'm not saying that being consultant is the only way, but I find a lot more pros than cons. But yeah, I feel like one of my favorite parts about being a consultant now is my schedule and how heavy it can feel one day, how light it can feel, and it's all based on like what I want to do with my day. I found that it's like really effective for me to book morning workouts so that I have to get up right now, get dressed, do my makeup, and it helps me just be 10 times more productive than I probably want it to be. And then I kind of carry the same schedule throughout the week. I spend a little bit of time with each of the clients, attend any meetings, and then always be brainstorming any sort of social ideas for Homebody Social. I'm always applying for new roles. So it's kind of like admin for your business, and then also making sure that all of your clients are satisfied. And I found it to be like a really nice balance. I try to get myself to go to a coffee shop at least once a week, or I'd say like 2 times a month if I can. Oh my god, I'm just as productive at home at like a coffee shop, so sometimes I don't go because I can just get a lot done at home. Old client alert. When I was working for Cali Ray, they had a black tubing mascara that was extremely popular, and I spent so much time responding back to their community asking if there's ever going to be a brown. Now there's a brown. Let's try her out. Oh wow, I love this one. I feel like the formula is a bit thicker, which is allowing me to like take my time and like coat each lash. It almost feels dried out, but like in a good way. I hate when mascaras are like way too wet on the very first try. All right, we can take down this hair. Happy Tuesday. I've already done my morning workout. I'm trying not to bore you guys with the workouts. I do them every single business day, Monday through Friday, so it gets a little repetitive. I worked really early in the morning, then worked out, came back, worked some more, got ready, and now we're going to bingo, which this is just such a perk of being self-employed. And like, I've done what I needed to do today, and I'm gonna go play bingo for a few hours, probably come back and work past the hours other people work, but you know, there's flexibility and we love flexibility. So we're gonna go to the matinee bingo. I think I've only been at this time once since I've been playing here, but I'm really excited. Today's also buy one, get one electronic package, so fingers crossed that we're lucky. skincare is done. I'm going to eat food, edit this video, watch TV, and be done for the day. This was like, we did a little too much.
Right, 2 to 3 feet. Heels one up and over, forehead to knee. So you can bend that right knee side. Good towards the back of the toe stand. Right ankle's going to cross over top of left knee onto that left heel. For you, eventually, start center, flip block, so you bring the mat up to you, let out your find that support.
Happy Friday! I feel like I haven't been talking to the camera, which are low-key my favorite videos to film and edit because I don't cringe at myself so often. But this week has kind of gone by extremely fast. Jack left on Sunday and now it's already Friday and I'm like, wait, I only have like 3 more days to myself. I feel like when he leaves during the business week, it doesn't really feel like he's gone. It kind of just feels like I like live alone for the week. But then when the weekend comes, it's like, okay, I can do all the things I've been wanting to do, all my little side quests, anything to like fill up my cup, I do on the weekends. I'm kind of excited for it to be Saturday tomorrow so I can kind of just ease into the weekend. I haven't been doing as many like early Saturday morning workouts. It's such a busy day at the gym on Saturday. So I might pivot and go to a workout on Sunday, but that will get us to 6 workouts in the week. I did a workout Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all before 7 a.m. It's been my usual schedule, but it's always exciting when it happens. I'm like, it's such an accomplishment. So it's 7:09 right now. I have a meeting at 8 o'clock, and then I also need to post something for one of my clients. So I'm gonna go home, take the quickest shower, hopefully have like 20 minutes to spare so I can post the post, get on my meeting, and then today is one of the only days in a while that it's not gonna rain, and I've been really craving a coffee or something, so I think I might get myself out of the house. As you've seen, I don't leave the house very much. I am a homebody. I don't just use that term just to use it. I am a homebody. Every single morning I've just gone out, worked out, come back home, and that's it. Tuesday I did go to bingo, which was like my little outing of the week, which was awesome. But for the most part, I'm a very like workout, home, grocery store type of person. Especially if Jack's not here, like I'm not gonna be doing crazy stuff. But being that the weather is pretty neutral today, I might go walk by the water. It is cold. It's like 20, what is it? It's 29 degrees right now, which Brianna has gotten used to the cold a lot. Like I normally just walk out in my sports bra and just embrace the weather, but not today. So I think I might bundle up and go by the water. I don't know. If I don't do that, I'm definitely gonna get out of the house. I need to get some more tea, and like little minor things. So I might just like force myself out, especially during the middle of the day, to kind of like take a break from work and then come back, work, and have a great evening. I hope to do something hobby related tonight. There's been a few puzzles I've wanted to start / finish. I have my coloring books that I enjoy, so I could also do that and maybe go get like some color pencils and stuff. But yeah, I'm hoping to have a nice relaxing weekend. I'm trying to make like my weekend, my last few days alone, worth it, so I feel extremely recharged. Next Friday, Jack is taking me on a little surprise. I don't know where we're going, but we're leaving Friday, coming back Sunday. He's having someone watch the dogs, which is exciting, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. So I just want to like fill my cup up so I can show up better for him in these next coming days. And yeah, that was my little Friday spiel. I hope everyone's week has been going well. This will be going live on a Sunday, so I most likely will be in bed. But thank you guys for watching this far. Okay, I'm gonna chat with you guys while I get ready to go on my walk. I'm at an inn, Ruston. I always come here when I want a good walk. There's always a lot of people out here. I see familiar faces when I come out, so I feel a little bit more safe. The view out here, like, I didn't realize how much I loved water until I moved to Washington. I'm from California and lived probably 35 to 40 minutes from Malibu, which is pretty close to a beach. But it's just like, I feel like everything in LA is such a hassle. Getting to the beach is like 40 minutes, but it takes an hour and a half. And then you got to figure out where to park, and then you got to get your shit, and you got to walk to the sand. Like, everything is just a process. And out here, I just drive to a parking lot and I'm right by the water, and I get to just walk, and it's safe and it's comfortable. I'm not going to come back with sand everywhere. Also, client alert. Hi, Santi. I always carry their basic balms. This is the rhubarb. This is the limited edition. And then I have the classic basic balm that's just original. The rhubarb has a little bit of like sparkles in it, which you can't really see, but we love. I have my headphones. We're gonna listen to some music. I don't really listen to podcasts as much as I would like. If anyone knows of any good ones, let me know. But I typically like to take a walk on this dock and see if I can spot anything. Everyone's fishing right now, so I like to just explore that. And then I take a long walk down and I come back and my brain will be refreshed. And I'm just happy that I brought myself out. There's so many people out. As I was driving over, it started to drizzle and I got really frustrated because I'm like, I'm so prepared. But I realized that in Washington, people do not stop for the rain, and I was afraid that if it rained, that meant no one was going to be out here. But people run and still exercise in the pouring rain in Washington. And if that says anything, it just means you can't stop your life for the rain. So we're still going to go for a walk. I made sure to have a hoodie, and then I'm putting on this lovely Eddie Bauer vintage jacket that I got at the Tacoma Flea. Shout out Tacoma Flea, even though I know no one watches my videos. Shout out Tacoma Flea. But I actually love this jacket, and she's big and she's obnoxious, but she's warm, and there's so many pockets, so I can like put my phone, my lip balm, all the things. So yeah, I can't wait to walk with you guys.